EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Baltimore Ravens.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
Here we go. Double tight.
And ready. Speed trip.
Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. You remember me?
On 1st and 10, Love. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38.
You see me out here? That's right.
Oh, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now a first carry for their fullback.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. From the gun on 3rd down. Dive. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And he gets it down to the 48. Enough for the first. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
Here we go.
Ready.
First down. Here's the run with Martin. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Strong right.
From the gun, a give to Martin. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And this is taken in at the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 34.
60 Pittsburgh.
Coming to you.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. On the ground with a tight end. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win a line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They start the drive with Martin. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, dive, catch made, it's Moreau. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, dive. This complete to Martin. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
Let's go.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Looking to throw, dive, and taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Martin. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise...
And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down, Love escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Here we go.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Off the play fake. Love. They'll roll him out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Let's go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Love. Flush to his right. And this is complete. It's Allen. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
From the gun, Love. This will be caught just inside the 10. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Love. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Back to throw. Love. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
59. Mike 59.
Hey, tight.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dive. And he'll find Moreau here. A gain of 4 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Dive. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens will take over at their own 20-yard line.
Tight right. 4 down.
On 1st down, Donnelly. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Love. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there looked like nobody. But now 2nd down.
Double tight.
3 down.
Ready, go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He gets this one to Johnson. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 35.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Back to throw. Love. Got a man. It's caught. for a Ravens touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Ravens have taken the lead. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Around the NFL, second quarter in Chicago. And it's now the Bears leading by a couple of touchdowns in that one. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Throwing to start the drive. Dive. Working the middle here. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 2nd and 4. Out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They run. Martin. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, dive. And Martin's got it, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Packers going to... use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Dive. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Drops it off to Martin. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Dive. And it's complete to Martin. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The intended receiver there, Allen. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. We have hit halftime, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Watch a slap, watch a slap, watch a slap.
Throwing on 1st down. Love. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
They try to fire up the running game with Martin. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the draw, here's Martin. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Martin. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Ready?
Mike, check. 59.
Let's go. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Get it.
On 3rd and 2. Dive. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead now, they're not close to the 1st down.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Love. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Keep playing hard.
On the ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On second down, it's Martin. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They run again on first down, Martin. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
30 base. Watch the pass. Here we go.
To throw on second down. Dye. His throw incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. .47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
On the set. 50. Come on. Blue dot Corpus. Blue dot Corpus. Let's go.
On first down, Love. Flushed out right. And he whips that one incomplete there. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
61. Matchbox right.
On 2nd down now, Donnelly. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll keep it on the ground. Donnelly, boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. It's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. This was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the fourth.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
23 yards, the final tally. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Dive. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll try and run with their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
10 Lobo. Rush in, rush down.
On 2nd down, Martin. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 23 yards for the touchdown. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. Love going deep here for Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well.
Recon, 132 fighter. Shoot. I got you. Ready?
On 1st and 10. Dive. They set up the screen to Martin. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Looking to throw. Dive. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Dive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun. Dive. Over the middle, complete. It's Howell. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 26. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Open on the left side, this is Valdez-Scantling. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Another tote for the workhorse, Martin. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Everyone's got 4 down.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Okay, break. 50. Flipper. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. He's checking.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Two times. Alert.
And they take a knee. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, they were big favorites coming in, but they had to work for this one.
It certainly wasn't the walk in the park that you expected coming into this one. I have a suspicion that in their meetings next week, head coach going to talk to them a little bit about focus, don't you think?
Yeah, because down the stretch, there was some nail-biting going on. And you're right. I think not only the fans, but those folks inside that locker room, they expected a comfortable victory.
Yeah, they certainly did, and that just tells you about the NFL. any given game, you never know how it's going to turn out. You'd better be ready to play.
So for the Ravens, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.